How's it going? KowBot here. Just fixed a few settings, got everything going, got HD quality now, got higher quality sound, so you don't have to turn your speakers all the way up to hear me. Hopefully that's better for you. Just logged back into Starbound, was going to start playing, and lo and behold, the patch released. And that's reset the entire galaxy, so I've done my best to recreate KowBot Mark II. New and improved. Better patches. I've also been playing online with a couple of my friends, so I have Fern for some online stuff, and maybe we'll eventually do some multiplayer so you can see that aspect of it, but it gets a little goofy. So I'm going to go back in here to KowBot Mark I for you. I'll load that up. And this just created the character, haven't loaded up before, so we're going to have a lot of the same beginning quests and everything like that. So I'm going to try and go through these quick, because I did do these in the previous video. Basically, to interact with your inventory, pick up your matter manipulator tool. So we'll do that first. E, pop that up. Quest accepted. Quest complete. Next is going to be building a crafting table, which we'll need wood planks for. So again, we're going to do that. Just taking the necessities, leave the seeds. And let's see what planet we got this time. So that'll show you the random generation of the planets right off the bat. Looks like another forest. Got different tree designs on it, different type of dirt, all that kind of stuff. Let's go ahead and chop some trees slowly. Takes a little while to do this. Pretty shortly, we've got some cobblestone right there. We should be able to build some better tools to speed this process up. Alright. And we'll hit C, pull up our construction tab, and we need 25 planks. I'm going to go ahead and build 15 times 3. Build our wooden crafting table. That's completed. Okay, next step is they want us to go hunting, get some meat. I cleared out of that quick, sorry. Like I said, I've done these before, so I think you all have seen them. Yeah, each new character you have to go through the beginning quests to get all the basic resources, and as far as I can tell, they're going to continue this quest line out longer once the game's fully released. It is still in beta, and this should be the final big patch that erases characters, so hopefully we're going to stick around with KowBot Mark II for a while. So I'm going to mess with the audio a little bit right now. Maybe turn down the in-game audio just a hair. Alright, let's go back to chopping. I'm just getting some extra wood because I'm going to need that for torches, I'm going to need that for making tools, I need that for building doors, lots of stuff. Wood's the basic for everything, so might as well go ahead and clear off this area too for maybe building a little bit of a landing site here for when we beam down, because it does stick persistently where your beam down location is on a planet. Hopefully later on they're going to rework that too, that we can build down a beacon or a teleport pad or something on the planet to change where you want to spawn at on a planet, which should be really cool. Two more trees here, or maybe one more. So you can see the difference of speed with a hatchet here, so I'm going to go ahead and get some stone while we're next to it here. The next thing I need to get is plant fiber, because in order to get meat, and a higher chance of meat dropping from creatures when you kill them, you need to use a bow and arrow. And to do that, we need plant fiber and 3 wood. Plant fiber is mostly found in underground caves from hanging vines. The fastest way to gather it is with a stone axe, which is the same thing you use for harvesting wood. You can also use your multi-tool, a little bit slower, but its advantage is that it does have a larger reach, because I think your axe has to be about half the distance that the matter manipulator here does. So let's see here, we've got 20 cobblestone so far. I'm going to go ahead and grab a little bit more here. And again, these first episodes are kind of dull, but we had to restart with our patch, so I'm going to see some of that, and I'm at least giving it to you in a little bit better quality this time, so shouldn't have any of the items dragging when I click and drag them or anything, so we got our friendlies, little creatures to play with. Let's get rid of this guy. He blows bubbles. Oh, and there's poison, okay. We just discovered there's poison on our planet. And I'm almost dead already. That's, yeah, hostile. Let's not land in that again. We got one thing of dirt. And you can barely see it there, but I landed in one little section of poison water. And that's causing me to get really damaged. Oh, we're alive. Oh, wow. Okay. It's about the lowest that you can get your health. Great start. Good way to begin this. Alright, let's get some plant fibers. Take those back up. Hopefully make a bandage. Also make a bow and arrow. Need to make a bed, too, because that's a great way to heal if you're stationary. Alright, got 9 plant fibers out of that. That's enough for now. We'll come back to that. Let's go ahead in here and scroll down and make our hunting bow. And I'll go ahead and queue that up. Oh, that's right. Any items that you have a blank space for in your inventory up here automatically queue up, so I'm going to go ahead and just click and reorganize some stuff here. Here's my plant fibers. And these are the saplings for new baby trees. Alright, so let's see here. Let's select a torch using my scroll wheel to shift between all the things in my hands here. Just make sure we got some light around here before it gets dark. And go ahead and just do some bear crafting away from the tool bench here. I'm going to hit the C key and hit bandage, and those are pretty much necessities. And I'm moving away from that guy before he attacks me. Make sure I don't die immediately here. As you can see with the new patch, I think I used bandages last time. Before you used to eat them, and the eating animation was the same as healing yourself, so now they've changed it so it's a little bit different. Now you actually use the bandage. Alright. I think he volunteered. He's got the charge ability. Ah! Success. Alright, so now we're going to build a campfire because we've got to cook our meat. So, using the crafting table again. We've got 1 torch, 5 unrefined wood. And that didn't pop up on our bar because it's full. So, by the way, you can drag your inventory around, which is very helpful. Go ahead and click on the campfire and place it just by left-clicking. And now we can use the campfire, put our meat in there, and there we go, we've got some cooked meat. Another quest done. Next thing is to craft a furnace. Need to obtain some cobblestone, a campfire, and some coal. If you'd like to know exactly how much of each you need, access a crafting table, unlock materials available, and mouse over the recipe to see its ingredients. So, let's go on and do that so you can see. There's a tooltip that comes up whenever you mouse over an object. Stone furnace, there we go. I got the cobblestone, just need a campfire. So, campfire, there we go. Craft that, clear out the search, and stone furnace. Alright. Now it wants you to obtain 2 iron ore and smelt it in a furnace to obtain 1 iron bar. So let's go ahead and place this down. And now we need to go mining, which is the majority of this game. Now, it is slow mining with the matter manipulator, so I'm going to go ahead and upgrade my tool here. couple more cobblestone. I did not check how much. I believe it's 12 to make a stone pickaxe. Let's jump back over. And stone pickaxe. Oh, okay. So I've got enough cobblestone. I need more wood planks. So we'll go ahead and go back up and make wood planks if we can. Yep. So I'll do 4. Confusing though, it uses 1 unrefined wood, and on here it makes 3 wood planks for every 1 unrefined wood. So I'm going to craft 4 to make 12. So now I've got 22 instead of 10. I'll go ahead and pick our stone pickaxe here. And then I'm going to swap that out for my matter manipulator. Oh, and we have friends. Hello. Some more raw meat. That'll be handy. Pop that in there. Just let that sit. And just to get the quest done here. So I'm trying to speed through these to get to the actual game part. Because there's so much more to this game than just doing these basic quests that I keep doing here. Let's go ahead and smelt all those up. Now it's good to smelt up what you need to use, as opposed to all of your ores, because there is a use for raw ores. Quest complete. Our next one, the big one, is going to be the craft distress beacon. And maybe you'll be able to make contact with a larger ship. Since we're stranded, we need help here. So that's our next quest, is to make the distress beacon, which takes lots of resources. Pull that up just to show you here. And before I get attacked by that guy. So 150 pixels, silver bars, 10 copper, 10 iron bars, and 100 wood planks. So, of course, the big resource is going to be all of the silver and copper that we need. It's also a good idea to have all your armor and everything prepared before this happens. So, this leads to a lot more mining, unfortunately. So, my tactic for mining, most of the resources spawn more plentifully the further you go down. So it's a good idea to get most of your resources down there when you're straight mining, but most of the fun and exploration of the game comes from the surface level spawns and stuff, like the temples and the cities that spawn, like we saw. So that's where a lot of the fun comes from, so I always like to check out at least most of the surface of a planet. So I'm going to make sure I have armor more this time, though, since I already half down on health and ran into some hostile creatures already, and who knows what could be out there. So I'm going to mine for a while. Oh, found something. I'm going to try and keep this going for you, but mining is probably the most repetitive part of this game, but I'll return if I find anything interesting for you. So I'll be back. Alright, I've dug down a bit. Got a few resources on my first pass down there. Not a lot. Let's see here, got some tree seeds from earlier. Plant fibers. And some leather, which is the other thing you can get from hunting animals with the bow and arrow. Leather's great for making some better material for combating when you're in a hostile environment, like when it gets cold and dark out here. Let's see, I'm not quite suited to survive out here. This is slowly ticking down. And eventually I'd, freeze to death. Oh, we got friends. Let's bring it in light. A great way to kill animals. I didn't kill him there. Would be to wound them with your main weapon, and then finish them off with your bow and arrow, because then it increases that harvesting rate for you. Like so. There we go. Prevents them from spawning pixels, it makes them spawn meat or leather. which is more useful at the beginnings here where we're at. So, I'm going to keep smelting up here. I think I'll have enough iron now. My next goal is to be able to make some armor, because I need to protect myself. As you can see, my health is taking a beating repeatedly here. So let's check what we need to build the next item so that we can build more advanced things with our metals. I'm working on excuse me, working on an iron anvil. Looks like I need one more iron bar, and then I can make an iron anvil, which allows you to turn copper and other metals into actual pieces of armor and more advanced items. So I'm going to go back down there. If you're wondering why I'm digging in this weird pattern, it's because my jump height, as far as I can tell, is about 9 or 10 squares high on a normal gravity planet. And my pickaxe takes 3 squares out, so I just kind of do zigzags of 3 and 10. And it just seems to save me from falling too far and hurting myself from fall damage, and also not leaving enough room for creatures just to spawn and catch you off guard here. So, just going back down, we've got a change of dirt here. Kind of a good indication of how deep we are and everything, too. And I ran into a cave down here and hadn't explored it yet. So I was going to gather some of this here, which is, I think this is silver. Yeah, silver ore. Alright. That's one part of our beacon that we needed. And this right here is gravel. And gravel is like sand, where it has a fluid-like kind of property, that when you break it, it flows down. So I'm going to have a lot of gravel moving here. Anything inside that gravel, though, becomes loose and can be picked up, which is kind of fun for mining, because all the stuff that was sitting in here is now mine. So I always like it when I run into gravel or sand and can just dig straight down through it. So yeah, I'm going to keep going here. My main goal is to get, like I said, enough iron, which I think I got one more iron ore. I did, and then some. So I can make my iron anvil. Oh, he's cute. But he's probably mean. When they're cute, they're mean. Alright. So I'm going to head back up to the surface, make my iron anvil, and then we're going to check what else we need for our first sets of armor. I was also clearing out some of this space here, as you can see, but it leaves this background in. Kind of like other games out there, like Terraria. There's 2 layers. There's the front layer, which I can break here. Just left-click and hold, and it'll slowly break that stuff. The other layer is the background. Well, to break that, I can right-click. And you can break out the background layer. Clear that out, put in whatever custom finishings you want to put in there to make it look nice or anything. The back layers also enclose it so that it has a back wall when you build a structure around yourself. I'm guessing, I haven't tested it yet, but I would suspect that it would give you a little bit better protection against the hostile environment and the cold. Kind of played around with that in one character. I didn't see much of a difference, but I don't know if that's going to be something later. I hope so. That'd be nice. Oh, have another friend. Ooh, fire and needles. Yeah, they've added some new attacks to the creatures in the game, which makes it really interesting. All kinds of stuff, and you never expect what's coming. They've also done a lot to open up modding in the game. I believe this is going to be on Steam, which it is, and I think there's going to be a lot of modding going on, because they've opened it up with the Steam community so that people can add modifications to the game, and you can just find them and download them. I know there's Firefly-inspired stuff, shipbuilding stuff. Ooh, it spit acid. I know there's also a mod in the works to make Pokemon in here, so that you can capture these and maybe fight these creatures from each other. Not sure. But yeah, as in many other open-ended world games like this, there's a ton of mods that can be made for this. Pretty much anything you can imagine. So I might eventually look at some of those. It's still very early, so there's all kinds of possibilities. So I've got plenty of meat, just need more ores. Oh yeah, anvil. Got off on a tangent there. Let's go ahead and grab that piece of ore. We've got 8. Let's go on down to our anvil. We'll craft that guy. Pop back into our inventory with I, and grab the right thing. And we'll place down our anvil. I mean, you can put it next to everything. You can put it on top of things, which I think is interesting. Oh yeah, also, since you've probably seen me do this before, if it's facing the wrong direction, you can move your character back and forth. Like, I'll just take a back step or a forward step, and it switches which direction it's facing, so if you're OCD like that, you want to make it all look pretty. Anvil also is a crafting unit, so most of the stuff requires iron. So we can upgrade our pickaxe as well. So I think our next phase of our pickaxe is copper. Yeah. So we'd need 8 copper bars and a stone pickaxe, and then enough pixels so that we can craft a copper pickaxe. It increases the speed, and also increases the amount of durability it has on it. Let's see what else we have here. Here's our armors. So copper greaves for our pants needs 12 copper bars, helmet needs 20, chest piece needs 35. So double of that, so we've got 70. Math's failing for me. 70 and 40 and 24. So that's how much ore we're going to need. So a lot of mining, because right now we have 5 bars and 8 ore. So I'm needing at least 150, I think. Why I said earlier, you don't want to smelt all of your ore into bars, is because your pickaxe, in particular, has durability. This red bar down here, since I've been mining a bit, starting to show a little wear. So, how do you repair it? There's nothing in here to repair it, so something that they haven't really built anything to tell you or teach you how to do yet. Just take any ore. It has to be an ore that can be crafted into a pickaxe. So right now that's copper, silver, platinum, diamond, pretty much anything that's listed inside that crafting menu. Just left click it to pick it up, and I'm just going to mouse over it, and I'm going to right click. And I used up 1 ore, but it repaired the durability. So it's good to still keep them as ores. Later there's also a tool that's actually going to utilize pure raw ores and convert them into something more useful down the road. So, where we're at right now, I'm just going to go back to mining, trying to get as much as I can here, get our armor all built up so that we're a little bit stronger, able to take on anything that we can see around here. So I'll be back again. Alright, so I grabbed myself a stone axe while I was up there. So I just made that with 25 wood planks, and I think about 12 or so stone. Vast improvement for gathering all kinds of resources. So let me just start pickaxing here the vines, which are for bandages, which are the most wonderful thing ever. Which just takes forever. Yeah. Now let's try the stone axe. Yeah, much quicker. Very useful. Alright, I'll be back. Alright, still digging. Just hit a lower point though. Dug through a little puddle here we had, and I hit an audio cue. And I got down here. The music got quieter, and you can kind of hear this cave noise effect, which means that we've gotten really deep down here. That's the background. Oh, I'm getting hungry. Yeah, eating. There's a food bar. You can check it by hitting Alt. And I've got my cooked up alien meat here, and I'll just left click and eat that. Just since I didn't cover that yet. Alright, back to digging. Got some diamonds and a bunch of iron, so we're on the right track now. I hit a large cavern down here, full of sand, by the way, which is really easy to dig through, but This is deep. I have no idea how far this goes, and I don't want to jump down here. I'm going to hit and hold control. And I'm going to drag my mouse down here. And now I've got a little bit more extended range of what I can see down here. And I can see, wow, that goes really deep, doesn't it? I got a little ledge right there on the edge, maybe, but yeah, it just keeps going, doesn't it? Yeah. This can be good or bad. I mean, it might have some more resources. I don't know. Just going to be a task to get back up here, though. So, I'm going to get my camera back. I'm just going to tap control. Center me back up here. Alright, let me jump my way back up to where I was, and I'll slowly work my way down to where that probably leads here. But yeah, still a little short on the resources. Just not running into a lot. Got some platinum ore, and a couple diamond ores. But not as much copper as I'd like, because I still need at least 140. And I'm probably going to need at least that much iron, just to have on hand. It'll be useful. So, I'm going to keep digging. Dig, dig, dig. Are you tired of mining? Have you been mining for what seems like hours, but has only been about 10 minutes, and found no resources that you wanted? Well, act now and you can get the new sand biome modification. That's right, folks, loose sand biome, where every resource is now your resource. Woo! I like loose sand. Pretty much everything inside of it just dumps down and just collect it. Yeah. So why not mine in deserts? Yeah. Found this underneath my base, so I'm just going to keep doing that. Also, we've got, if I hit E, some neon melons. So, another food source. Alright. So I got a little bit more resources. Getting close. So hopefully we'll be able to craft up some armor and still have enough left over for our beacon and see what happens. Alright, I've hit obsidian. Yeah. Stuff's really hard to mine. This is going to take a while. Yeah. So yeah, there's tons of resources down here. They're all around me. But it just takes forever to get stuff mined. Ugh. So yeah, it's just nice to look at. You know, all that copper that would take me 20 minutes to get out of there. Which I could go hit some nice, soft, happy sand and pick all of it up. Urgh. Oh well. Another thing I forgot to mention, because I've probably done it a couple times on Instinct now, and didn't mention it. So, item bar. Yeah, there's numbers. There's numbers on your keyboard. They match. That's what they do. It switches your items. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, as a quick switch, if there's a monster that sneaks up and is angry at me or something, I have my weapon inside of these L and R slots. So, left and right. You can do one-handed or two-handed weapons in there. If it's one-handed, you could also probably put in a shield if you can get one, or... That was rude. Craft one. So, since that guy was rude, so I've got my pickaxe in my hand, and I'm just gonna hit X on the keyboard to quickly switch between whatever I have selected and my weapon, so you can quickly get back and forth there. Z also switches your hands, if you can kind of see up there, which doesn't do anything right now, but would later. Mr. Rude. Yeah. Come here. Oh, I'm almost dead, aren't I? Yeah, let me scroll wheel up, get some health. Take care of the rude guy in my recording. I was talking. He makes farting noises. You guys heard that, right? I don't fart, I'm a robot. It wasn't me. Seriously. Shh, you saw nothing. Going back to mining. So, to get down here, I kind of fell in a hole, like Mr. Skullface here did. Yeah, so I'm stuck. Well, I always keep a stack of dirt on my toolbar, because it's easy to put down, it's simple, it's quick, it breaks easy if you're moving. And it just helps really when you need an extra little platform. So you can also place objects like this to build, you know, and everything by just selecting it and then left-clicking. So I can put down a 2x2 chunk by default. What if I wanted to not use as many resources and wanted to just put down a real thin layer? Well, I've been doing that whenever I see, like, poison, like I'll use this water, I'll hold shift, and I can click on that, and then boom, no more poison. Yay! So you can go ahead and put down an entire line if you wanted by shift and dragging. And that's going to be how I'm going to get myself out of here, hopefully, if I build it the right height. Let's do that again. Oh, look, the farting thing. So I'm just going to build my platforms up here so I can go kill him. Bow and arrow. Smack. Become meat. Yay, meat! Alright, I'm going to make my way back up here and start smelting some, hopefully get some armor, because I've used a lot of bandages trying to keep myself alive this deep in the ground. Enemies get tougher down here. So, I'll see you at the surface. Alright, made it. So, I planted a bunch of my tree seeds that I'd collected when gathering wood here, and they've grown up pretty nicely already. So, I've got a lot of wood to work with now here. And I'm going to just grab a bunch of that real quick, because it's nighttime, and monsters like that big tusked weird thing coming towards me keep coming and saying hello when I don't want them to. So, I'm going to start building myself a little cabin, kind of, to protect myself from rude people. Alright, let me get back to my axe here. So buildings, like I was just telling you with dirt, you can make single layers by holding shift and left-clicking. You can make backgrounds by right-clicking. Shift and right-click also does one tile instead of 2x2. All the basics there. Getting some more seeds and some more wood here. So I'm going to cut all these down. Just make a little shack here to start with. Just something to keep ourselves, you know, protected from all the craziness that's going on out here. Like blood-spitting birds. Yeah, you know who I'm talking about. Oh, no, you're lightning. That's right. Got no respect. See that? Look at that. Acid vomit, lightning. Why don't I have acid vomit? I want acid vomit. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, so you can see the axe is a lot faster at taking these trees down. Alright. I'm going to convert a good amount of these into wood planks. Get myself a little structure here. Clean all the rest of this up. Unfortunately, that's going to break all my tools. So I'm right-clicking, but that does break everything that's in the foreground if it's a object or anything. Alright. I'm going to right-click back here. Oh, I have to start down where there is a background at. Let's get myself a wood shack here just to start with something. Alright. So, on my icons over here, I usually have the ability to beam up to my ship, but I currently don't because there's a wall that I just built. So I like to right-click and shift and take out a couple squares about midsection. Oh, maybe a little higher. That should give me a little window, just enough. If I want to go back up to my ship, now I can. Alright. So let's get everything back down here. Crafting table. Anvil. Need you to move, torch. Let's get my furnace here. My campfire. Alright. Everything's back together here. Let's make a bed. Wooden bed. Ah, 15 planks. We just made a bunch. Alright. Just going to drag this out of the way. I'm going to set my bed up here so that I can just jump in it and hit E and take a nap. Oh, kind of in a cold section. Let me wake up here. Yeah, torch. There we go. Warm and toasty. And protected. Safe from creatures. Alright. I'm gonna heal up here. Smelt some of my stuff. Should be able to get myself some armor now. Alright. Smelting. Let's see here. I want to make some pants first. Pants sound good, right? Oh, I'm in the wrong crafting thing. Let's look at the anvil. Yeah, anvil. Let's get some copper helmet, copper greaves. I think we'll have 32 bars. I think we can do that. In fact, we might even upgrade them. Because the Knave series, each of the 6 races has their own custom race-specific armor. That's like a second tier, and I've seen that in a lot of the different zones and the different levels that you get to. So all of them require like the base type of armor usually to craft, and then you upgrade that piece. So let's see if we have enough pixels for that. Yeah, the first set doesn't require pixels. The second set does require a number of pixels to make. So I don't think I have enough to upgrade both of those. I only have 269, so I'm going to go ahead and make enough copper bars for the greaves and the helmet here. So we'll need 40. I'm going to right-click, and then I'll split my stack up here. I'm just going to smelt half of them. I think I'll do the same once that's done with the iron here. Like I said, I'm going to keep the rest as raw ores, just in case I don't need them all. I've got a little bit of coal here. Coal, of course, is really important. That's the fuel for our ship, so that we can get out of here, go explore some new planets. It's also necessary to create torches, which, of course, you wouldn't see anything if you didn't have torches. Alright, so I've got 26 bars here. Let's see what we can get. 20. Yeah, I'm going to need at least 20 more ore. Let's go with 10, get that going. And then 2 more. That should make 12. Go back to our iron anvil. Get some pants. Put on our stylish... see, it auto-equips our goggles. That's where they went to. Gives us a little bit more armor, because we had none before. Here's our pants, our shirt, and now our new copper helmet. Well, I'm going to put on our new copper greaves. Yeah. And if you didn't like the look of that, there are cosmetic slots, so I could just cover up those armor pants. You would never know I'm wearing armor. Haha, sneaky. But yeah, kind of like the armor look. I want to be a noble... I'm a gritty pioneer out here. Alright. So I think that's as good as we can get right now, because I'm going to get 15 copper out of that. Still going to need more of that. We could go ahead and get up our 20 iron ore. Let's see which one gives us the best benefit if I'd upgrade it. So the Knave's pants, that'll give us an extra armor from the copper pants. 0, 2, and 1. 0, 3, and 1. So that's energy, which is this green bar for using our bow, attack, and everything, as well as other abilities later. Our armor, defense against what we get hit with. And the sun little thing is the environmental, I'm calling it. Just protects us from getting cold as quick. And that's equal. So 5 on the helmet, though, and 15 energy recharge over 8, 2, and 1. 15, 5, and 1. I think we're going to get more out of upgrading our helm to the Knave's helm. So I'm going to go ahead and cook up 40 ore, 41, 42. That'll give us 21 ore so we can upgrade our helmet here. I've been surviving so far on meat. I did make myself a stone hoe, because you can take these seeds I've been finding from the melons, as well as the seeds on my ship, and you can start making yourself, you know, some farms. Till up the dirt. Get that going. Alright. Ooh! And with iron we can also make better weapons. We can upgrade our bow. Oh, lots of interesting things. Why can't we do our helm? Oh, of course. That's because we don't have a helm in our inventory to upgrade from. So let me take that off first. So, Knave's helm, craft that. Ah, there we go. Now we've got a bit more armor. Let's check what our total is. We got 6 armor from 0. That's a lot better. Our attack is only 4. So you know what I might do? Let's take a look at our weapons. Protect myself down here. We got the hunting knife. Default 1.0. Of course, some of these are one-handed as well as two-handed. There's damage per second, there's the swing speed, how fast it goes, and damage per swing. Those two together makes that, of course. Let's see. Got a two-handed hammer, one-handed dagger. I do kind of tend to like the two-handed axes and the two-handed hammers, because the weapons have different swing arcs. So like my two-handed sword that I have, here's default 2.0. That'd be another option. 6, 9, 9. Thinking our axe might be our best average. So we need 10 iron to do that. Yeah, with our two-handed weapons, you have an overhead swing. There is also a set of weapons that swing to the front, like spears, one-handed swords, daggers. I kind of like this extra arc, because it gives you a little protection above your head for birds and stuff, the most annoying things in the game. So let's go ahead and smelt up. We'll do 22. Not losing anything there. Get ourselves a little bit better weapon so we can go back down there and not be too bothered by the enemies that I keep running into. Default 2.0. Ooh, it needs 20. You know what? Yeah, we're doing the axe. It's cheaper. It swings a little bit slower, but it does more damage. It's kind of interesting. Alright, so we'll equip that. I'm going to switch that out. And I don't think I have any use for this sword anymore, so I'm going to send it to the trash. Now we don't have to worry about it. Same with my pants. I'll always be wearing armor of some sort. I don't have any fancy dinners to go to. Alright, let's... Oh yeah. I can't get out. Forgot to make myself a door. Funny enough, the axe doesn't break wood planks faster. I just don't have to use the pickaxe, since it's building material. I'll just knock out a little hole here, and go craft a door. Yeah! Let's hit inventory with I, get that out here. Alright, door. That works. Alright. Well, we're not getting out of this planet this quick. We're gonna need a distress beacon. We're gonna need more fuel. So back to mining it is. I think that's a good stopping point for now here. I'm gonna go back to mining. Hopefully I can come back next episode, have a full set of iron armor, and we'll be ready to take on this beacon. So until next time, this is KowGod. See you later.